nigga. I'm starving. Life goes on, honey, help my baby. Woke up looking for the heartbeat. I keep a horn on the back of my seat. I keep on shit. The blueprint is by me. You can get off, I get off in my feet.
那个有照片出来传给我，传给他们。下。
好，现场的观众朋友们，请尽速入座。我们场灯呢即将要关上，我们小心呢尽快入座。那精彩的比赛也即将开始。 新北工的球友们，欢迎你们在下班时间呢来到我们新庄体育馆。我是今天的主持人，球给彭尊的彭尊。
大家好，我是你们今天的主持人，我的名字叫做汉帝利。当然呢，还有我们的灵魂人物，声音刚刚先偷跑出来的DJ 上。经历了前一轮4场的应战，王者们信守承诺，成功挺进我们的冠军赛，重返这座属于我们的主场舞台。
这个赛季 ，We Rise， 在每一次训练和比赛，淬炼更强的自己。
没错 ，We Run 以信念与热血守护我们挚爱的城市以及这座城堡。
We Repeat， 坚持每一分，拼尽每一秒。只为再一次举起冠军金杯，这3个简单却充满力量的文字呢，象征着王者们的努力、信念以及终极目标。
没错，从新庄出发，更为新北而战。这座王冠呢，不仅属于我们球场上呢全力以赴的球员们，更属于这一座城市，属于每一位禁卫军们。今天晚上，请诸位用最热血的应援、最大声的呐喊，与我们王者们一起捍卫我们的新庄城堡，赢下胜利。让我们一起 Rise, Run, Repeat！ 现场的球迷朋友们，给我们所有的禁卫军们来一个最大的尖叫声
！Yes sir， 冠军赛来喽！除了比赛以外呢，我们一样呢有非常多精彩的活动。我们赛前呢的禁卫军预测呢，由我们超哥品牌 Ariel02追踪他们官方 IG， 并且完成预测，就有机会获得泡泡马特1只。
没错，另外坐在 B 区的禁卫军朋友们，你们要注意喽，尤其是我们这个球框背面的球迷朋友们。今天呢，国王再一次携手，从我们第1季就支持我们王者们到如今的申宝集团。今天呢，所有禁卫军们只要干扰海神的罚球成功的话，就会送出申宝集团所赞助提供的家电兑换扭蛋。接到扭蛋的球迷朋友们，可以到我们的2楼 Fans Club 来兑换我们的申宝家电。这边呢，感谢申宝，有你真好。
今天比赛开始之前，我们还有一个特别精彩的表演。
是。
汉帝，你准备好了吗？
准备好了，
请所有球迷朋友们将目光移至中间，让我们用最大的尖叫声欢迎 TC Top Collection。
Everybody make some noise for TC Top Collection。
汉帝 ，ready？
All right, DJ song, drop the beat.
I say, hold up, let me know if you're good to go. I say, hold up, I say, hold up, I say, hold up. Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods, top notch, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. The laws loyal with me, we ain't got a count. Telly on silent, put the product in the pedal loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut them out. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh fade, getting painted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my, get up out the way. What you think this is? And we ain't worried about it. Why she skirt the way? They ask me how you get like this, how you live like this. Why you worry about it? Get up on my, get up out the way. What you think this is? And we ain't worried about you. Watch me skirt the whip, yeah, swerving. Moving to the money like it's urgent. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. The skin color like the bourbon. Worldwide sign and we face closed curtains. I hear you, nothing ever certain. Only thing that's promised is that promises are broken. Yeah, so we finding ways to cope then. Only thing I'm breaking is her back with emotions. Yeah, baby, go bring out the goodies. Stuck it inside the hoodie. Now we turning out your boogie.
Yeah.
It's cool, I used to fight the bullies. Now I'm fighting some things don't leave you fully. They try and push me, then they try and pull me. Mad out when I budge. If you doubt it, then just call my bookie. And my bookie taking bets. Profits as a profit when you know what's coming next. Like,
Money on my mind, we gon' run it up.
现场的球迷朋友们，最大的尖叫声给我们的 TC Top Collection。接下来，让我们用最热烈的欢迎新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。
安迪有喘哦。
All right, DJ 上 Drop the Queens。
Queen. Yes.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get the up out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't lit. Mommy. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Big J Rocco. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. Cause all I do, all I do is
win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
现场的球迷朋友们，最大的尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。在这场意义非凡的比赛中，也有许多重量级的嘉宾莅临我们的现场，让我们一起用掌声欢迎今晚莅临新庄城堡的贵宾们。首先呢，第一位是我们 TPBL 的会长庄瑞雄庄会长。 欢迎来到我们的现场，当然呢，还有我们中华男篮总教练涂奇，也欢迎你来到我们的现场。最后就是我们森宝集团许金岛许总经理，欢迎你们。感谢呢今天所有的来宾莅临我们的现场，相信今晚的冠军赛一定非常精彩。
相信诸位已经迫不及待 TPBL 冠军赛新北国王对决。 高雄全家海神队，双方球员准备就绪。首先为各位介绍全家海神队背号0号魏良哲，7号于焕雅，11号唐维杰，12号林正宏，21号吕威霆，22号。 摩尔斯，28号于纯安，57号吴小景，62号陈怀安。接下来进场的是申发文 Starting Five，3号克雷格，8号邱子轩，10号胡龙茂，24号苏文如，34号威盛。总教练费水助理教练朱永宏。 洪德轩，篮球事务顾问及助理教练，李伟成。 在欣赏我们季后赛影片前，今天呢有2位我们禁卫军的家人、好兄弟，有些话想献给所有的新北国王球迷朋友们。让我们将目光移至上方大荧幕。
Kings fans, what's going on? iFootball here. I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for accepting me and my family here in Sinbei. We had an amazing time. You guys really support the team to the fullest, and I can tell you guys really love the Kings. As for the guys, man, it was a pleasure meeting all of you guys. The way that we vibed and they, really connected out there and became an even stronger family was amazing. To the young guys, continue to keep working hard. Don't let your families down. Stay positive and stay motivated. As for the, the other guys, the imports, the older local players, you guys know what to do to get this championship. You did it last season. I'll be watching from afar, even if I'm not here, and I'm going to be supporting you guys to the end. Wish you guys the best of luck in the future, and I hope all you guys stay safe and healthy the rest of the way. Sinbei, iFootball is out.
CJ here. I just want to say thank you to everybody here. My experience here has been nothing short of great. This is a home away from home for us, so thank you guys so much. To all my teammates, coaches, to James, Phil, Walter, all you guys and your families. Man, it's been probably one of the most professional experiences I've been a part of internationally. Man, my teammates, you guys made it just so easy to come to work every day, man. I'm watching you guys from home. I want to see you guys holding the trophy. I'm definitely going to be screaming at the TV for sure, rooting you guys on. And I just want to thank you guys for just all the great memories and just a lot of friendships I'm just going to hold near and dear to my heart. And just want to say thank you guys and go get it, man. Love you guys.
再一次把掌声给我们2位禁卫军，你是我们永远的家人、好兄弟。接下来我们持续将目光放上我们大荧幕 ，Rise, Ram.
We rise in every practice, every game, every opportunity. We reign with fire. This is our kingdom. This is our crown. When the buzzer sounds, this is our moment. We repeat. Let's do it again.
Are you ready? We ready! 接下来进场的是新北国王。首先为各位介绍 Number 3秦陈俊南。Number 10微笑射手 JJ 简佑哲。Number 11皇家坦克 王柏芝。Number 13，皇家狙击手男模吕正如。Number 17，再来一盘我大苏喜苏世轩。Number 19，皇家大锁榜哥林俊峰。Number 24，关键大心脏小胖洪志善。Number 25，禁卫军高炮塔奶奶 Austin Day。Number 72，观众最爱看小丽林丽人。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发5人。Starting 5 Number 1，左右开弓Joseph Lee林书伟。Number 55，禁卫军空中冲锋部队 Kenny Manigo。Number 9，新北飙风玫瑰吕凯燕。Number 42，新北战斗陀螺Jason Walker。It's time。Number 7，展现王者风范，掌控全场节奏 ，Jeremy Lee 林书豪。首先，罗马站助理教练 Thomas Montella 林振宇，球队经理洪志普，球队助理李文轩。心理治疗师 Clay Dayton， 首席体能教练张崇熙，天天教练刘振宇，防务员邱国凯、吴崇豪，数据及影片分析师李维恩，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文祥。
欢迎我们的女王们来到我们的场中央。等一下呢，跟大家一起复习我们新北国王的应援。All right， 女王们都站好了吗？好的，首先呢，我们邀请大家拿起你们的排排扇以及你们的声音，从我们最重要的防守开始进行。All right， 地台上，让我们一起来捍卫我们的王城吧 ！Let's go！ 防守，
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 防守，防守。这个就是我们的防守，在我们冠军战的第1场，防守非常重要。所以今天呢，所有城堡内的球迷朋友们，让我们听见你们的声音，让禁卫军听见你们的声音。All right， 接下来就是我们进攻的时候，你们会听到 DJ 上敲打，砰砰砰砰砰，心 北国王。新北的国王的部分要交给你们大声呐喊哦。地地上，让我们一起来练习我们的进攻吧 ，Let's go！ 新北国王，换你们 ，Nice！ 新北国王 ，Yes sir！ 大家表现得很好，等一下听到这个节奏，记得大声喊出来。当然呢，我们之前已经 crown the city 一次。 接下来我们一样要再 repeat 一次，再一次拿下属于我们的冠军。所以接下来要播放的就是我们的主题曲《Crown the City》。Everybody put your hands up. Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go. New Taipei Kings. We gotta win one more time. New Taipei Kings. Come on. Yes, sir. We gotta win. 现场的球迷朋友们，掌声给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens， 最大的尖叫声给我们的禁卫军们，新北国王！谢谢我们的女王们。
Hey man, everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight.
.126 regular season games and 11 playoff matches later, we finally stand at the peak that is the TPBL finals. All eyes on us, all eyes on one goal for the Kaohsiung Aquas and the new Taipei Kings. This Monday night on June 16th, 2025, the championship series begins here at Shenzhuang Gymnasium. My name is Taylor Chen. It's a pleasure to present Game 1 of the finals with our domestic commentators Lin Dongwei, as well as YouTuber Xiao Hu. Joe OB with me tonight. Joe, you've covered the Kings. What's one thing that's stood out to you tonight in this matchup?
The way the Kings are just constantly able to finish games.
新北国王的李凯燕，还有高雄全家海豚的于焕雅，那两人都一致认同哦，今天赢下这场比赛最重要的基石就是防守。凯燕有特别提到，他今天会严加看管阿雅的外线出手。那海神这边呢，会全力的限制国王的进攻发动机林书豪。此外，今天奥地好不容易回到了冠军赛，那希望他今天会有非常好的表现，因为过往他在对战海神的时候呢，有相当大的优势，我相信会再为比赛带来很多的火花。谢谢。
It's our sideline reporter for our domestic broadcasters. Talking about something that you might have wanted to bring up, Joe, is the fact that Austin Day is in the lineup instead of Stani Sakakini.
Yeah, that was a bold move by the coaches. Sonny Sakakini is first in rebounding in the playoffs and third in scoring. But they're bringing in Austin Day, who has a lot of series final experiences. He's won an MVP in 2 different finals in Italy, so no stranger to big games. Might be a brilliant coaching decision after all. We're going to have to wait and see how this plays out.
Well, the Kings and Aquas took it last week by storm, literally making it rain threes. Kings shooting from the long-range jump from 31% up to 35% during the playoffs, while the Aquas holding it down at 32%, hitting those threes primarily in the corner. Now, nobody puts baby in the corner, but you can put both teams in that right spot on the screen. 52% for the Kings, 54% for the Kaohsiung Aquas. Now, taking a look at the Kings playoff stats now, playoffs bring out the best of the best, and Kings are no exception to the rule. Stats on the screen, the yellow stats are where they improved during the regular season from then to the playoffs. So their three-point percentages, their rebounds, and their steals have jumped. As opposed to the Kaohsiung Aquas, well, it's a slightly different story. The only two columns that we've seen improvement is their shooting percentages from two, as well as their blocks. However, credit where credit is due. It's particularly with the local players. They are out shooting the import players during the Dreamers' playoffs. Now, very shortly, we'll be talking to both GMs on either side. First up will be the Kaohsiung Aquas' Wilson Lee. Now, he's been with the organization since the very birth of the Kaohsiung Aquas. Now, they
我觉得这个赛季就是很不容易，那包含我们换了总教练，然后新的体系，然后也有完全全新4个不同的洋将，然后加上整个赛季有大大小小不断的伤病，像威盛受伤4个月，然后子轩受伤3个月，艾德2个月，文如1个月等等。但这过程当中，我觉得就等于是一个养分，让我们整个球队习惯在很不顺遂的环境下去运作。那这整个赛季下来，刚好到季末就我们调整到最佳的表现。那面对梦想家的比赛，我觉得就是全员都上紧发条，然后没有松懈，知道我们每场比赛都要拼全力打，然后想办法拿下这个系列战。那最后也很开心，有机会可以赢球。即便外界比较看好国王，不看好我们，但我鼓励我们球队球员就是不要有觉得自己是 underdog 的心态来出战。例行赛发生什么事情都已经结束了，总冠军战就是从0比0开始。我相信要能够努力拼战的话，拿出好表现的话，这会是一场很精彩的系列战。当然国王是一个很有经验、战力很强的强队。那如果用灌篮高手做比喻的话，我觉得他们就是3王工业。那我们代表就是湘北。那我觉得，运动之所以迷人的地方，就是丑小鸭变天鹅，在不被看好的情况下，在排除万难的情况下，如果能够夺得胜利的话，我觉得这是球迷会喜欢跟支持的剧本。那我甚至觉得，其实林书豪本身的故事也是这样。就是2012年他领来风的时候，他也是不被看好，没有人觉得这个事情可以发生，所以我们今天就是保持一样的心态来面对这个系列战。
All right, let's see if I can translate that as quick as possible. I was saying that they managed to sweep their finals back in 2022. So different story this season. They have a very tumultuous season. New coach, completely new strategies, injuries on injuries. But we'll be talking to James Mao right now.
就是非常感谢他们这一路这4季都为我们加油，然后给我们很多的能量。因为球队就是从第1年持续在成长，那靠了他们的这个欢呼，给球员很多的动力。那非常感谢他们，我们会用我们最好的态度跟表现再拿一个冠军。我们准备的就是应该说就尽量都是把最好的状态调整好。那我们最近有一个比较长的休息时间，所以我觉得很多的之前的伤势，希望有稍微恢复到接近100%了。那就是冠军赛嘛，所以没有什么借口，就是把所有的这个拼劲拿出来。那我想球队就是很渴望这个冠军啊。那有时候就是因为我们的 expectation 很高大家对自己的 expectation 也很高，所以只希望他们可以冷静，然后可以相信队友，相信自己，然后把这个团队的篮球打出来。
Newly anointed General Manager of the Year, James Mao, talking about how they've created this system ever since the start of their beginnings of this organization. Emphasis on shooting and shooting capabilities. That is what Ryan Marchand wanted, and that is exactly what James Mao did. Talking about this upcoming series with the right attitude, they're going to hope to win another ring. And even though everyone's got high expectations and a lot of pressure put on themselves, they have to really remember that it's about appreciating the experience, as we see a couple of VIPs today. Earlier on the screen, you saw Adam and Robert Hinton, Taiwanese players currently attending Harvard, and as well as Cornell. Thank you, Joe. It was at the tip of my tongue. Today we have the special partnership with the Sampo Group in Taiwan. We will start our tip-off very shortly, but to circle back to what General Manager Wilson was talking about, they really did have a tough season ahead of them. Again, with a new head coach, Matthias Fischer, they also created a completely new system that meant losing Import of the Year Jason Brigman back in 2022. And despite these speed bumps, the players really showed grit and perseverance, and they truly embodied those things against the Formosa Dreamers. Now, they treated every game as if it was their last, not taking every win for granted. And yesterday, he told the players en route to Taipei, despite the fact that everyone favors the Kings, especially with a track record of 5-1, stats and numbers don't matter. And clearly that was the case, as only 18% of the fans predicted that the Aquas would move on to the finals. Now game one will truly set the tone for the finals, as we have our starting five. The usual from what we saw against the Dreamers is Craig Sword, Cooper, Leo, Kevin Hu, as well as Caleb Weston for the new Taipei Kings. It's Joseph, Kyle, Jeremy Lin, Kenny Manigault, as well as number 42, Import Player of the Year, Jason Washburn. Joe, any thoughts or any key points for this game tonight for you?
Well, Taylor, I mean, the Kings have been basically unstoppable for the last 2 months. They've shot the ball well. They've at times actually played some really uncharacteristically bad basketball for maybe a quarter or two, but they always manage to find a way to come back, win, and just not just win, but win by 10, 20, 30 points. Everyone has been playing great. I mean, aside from the imports and Jeremy Lin, his brother Joseph, people like Kyle have just really stepped up, you know, and taken on not just things like point guard duty, but also guarding the best player on the other team, import or local.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've emphasized all season long that this is the best guard rotation amongst the 7 teams in TPBL. Lee Kayen, or Kyle, he was selected as last season's finals MVP, so this is not surprising to see his playoff performance. Let's see if that stays true. Now, talking about how they turn it on whenever they choose to, we'll see if they can keep that momentum all 4 quarters.
Absolutely.
As we start off.
I'm also curious to see if they're going to shoot a lot of threes in this first quarter, too. Look for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly with Austin Day in the lineup. Again, we're talking about Sakakini. He had a standout performance against the Taipei Taishing Mars, but he's sitting out tonight. So we'll start off with the Aquas not making their shot. They're the men in white. New Taipei Kings, men in black. Starting off, Washburn out on the perimeter. Jeremy Lin with a scoop, no good, too short. You're gonna see the Aquas' grit tonight on defense. There's Leo's shot, no good. Washburn ready to take it. Coming in from the right. Ooh, bunny shot goes a little too strong out.
Good take by Manigault there, just unfortunate for it not to fall.
Leo, there's a mouse in the house, finds the outlet in Caleb Weston. There's a mismatch in size. They're choosing not to switch. Desperate measures, though, goes back to the Kings.
A lot of pride on that defense by Joseph Lee, standing up on the post-up.
There's a lob, downhill drive to Washburn. There he goes with the double hand slam. Started off early tonight.
That's why he's your import player of the year.
Absolutely.
Easy 2s lead to easy W's.
Well, the positive, though, was game 4 against Mars. He only scored 2 points, but something that you brought up, Joe, was that, you know, you have many outlets, such as Kenny Manigault and Kyle, really coming through out of the gates to support their players, and role players coming in handy, such as JJ and Sushi. Ball gets poked out. Still Aqua's possession. Jeremy with the last touch.
Yeah, Kings just have amazing depth. And they often employ a next man up strategy too. There's not a lot of selfish play on the team either. No one gets mad if their teammate has a big game.
The outlet with a Hail Mary shot. There's a shot clock violation.
Defense is absolutely stifling to start the game. Aquas are not getting good looks at the hoop.
Washburn at the helm now, hands it off to Joe Lynn. Going to take the secondary. Jeremy with a teardrop shot, way over. Couldn't find the pot of gold. Goes back to the Aquas. There's a shot, still can't connect by Craig Sword. Manigault long distance, 2, draws a foul. Now he'll get a chance at the line.
It's a bit of a frenetic pace right now. I think nerves have come into play a little bit. Teams are getting good looks. They're just not getting good finishes. I think we're going to be in for quite a good game here.
We talk about all the time, new Taipei Kings have the experience. They just played the finals last year against Tongren Puren Pilots. It was a gentleman's sweep. So they are very familiar with the final stage. As about the Kaohsiung Aquas, they have yet to make an appearance in the finals ever since 2022. Couple of players absent from that championship year. Leo was injured that entirety of the season, and Cooper, number 8 on the court, standing alongside Kyle, did not come to the Aquas until the following season. Score now 4-0 Kings. Keeping the Aquas out in the perimeter. This is a catch and shoot by Cooper. There's a missed dial. Here comes Craig Sword. There's a monster jam for number 3.
It's a great way to get his team going, a great way to get into it. Go into the basket, coming downhill, hard finish. It's exactly what the Aquas needed.
Great defense by Kevin. As we see the last play. He's got the hops. Credit to Kevin. This series, we really see him jumping out of the gate, scoring 18 points per game, less than 5 rebounds. He's shooting 51% from the field. It's a kick out to Leo. And the whistle blows, stepped on the line.
Yeah, we see this call happen a lot more now that teams base so much of their offense around the corner 3. So many times the players in that position step on the line.
Good catch by the referees. Here's Washburn wide open. And there's a putback by Manigault.
Wow. Wow.
Well, at least the Kings have the crowd behind them. They have the home game advantage in both series. Kyle trying to recover that ball. It's still going to be Aqua's possession. You see that missed shot and a slam by Kenny Manigault.
Playoff second leading scorer. But do the Kings want to turn this game into a track meet? I think a track meet might play into the Aqua's favor.
And off to Leo, shaking off Joe Lynn. Wesson gives the Aquas another opportunity. Double team now. Manigault going for the gamble, and he lost that bet. Reached a little too far. Shot clock is now at 14 seconds.
Coach Fisher not looking happiest he's been today.
Oh, that's usually him. He's from Bonn, Germany. He's very direct. First season coaching in Taiwan, and a beautiful inside shot made by Kenny Manigault.
The style of play so far, this is a perfect game for Kenny Manigault to excel.
eyes are on Cooper. Kyle is on him like white on rice. Forcing the Aquas, really killing the clock downwards. See the Kings laser focus on defense.
There's an intensity to this game we haven't seen all season. This is definitely the finals.
7 minutes, 21 seconds. Jeremy Lin gets a break with Sushin Sushi on the court. Really changed the momentum of the game in the third quarter against the Mars. Scored 8 points. Really a turning point, helping the Kings sweep the Mars. They skip to Kyle. Now to Jolene. Washburn volleyball taps it out. Back to Manigault. Cayenne patient with it with a long two. Got the look, but not the touch.
Both teams playing amazing defense right now. It's really hard to get a good look.
Yeah, we might be seeing ourselves a low-scoring game tonight. There's a pocket pass and a sledgehammer by Caleb Wesson. So we see the last play. Long having Sushin starting off on the opposite end. Here comes Jolene over Cooper, too small. Score 10-4, Kings with the lead. Here's Wesson. Look away, bullet pass to Leo. He sets his feet down for three, too strong. Bodies are on the floor. It's between Kyle and Wesson. Crew Chief Urdong calls a foul on Kyle. Holding on to Caleb Wesson. Take a look. Now we see Kyle getting really low to the ground and Wesson putting his whole weight, causing bodies to hit the floor.
Yeah, that's a foul by Kyle. He got in the way of Wesson's progress. He's got to lay down and just let the other guy get up first. Good call by the referees. These referees in the TPBL, they never miss a call. We got to give them a lot of credit for the great work they do.
Aquas possession with 14 seconds left. Wesson will be at the baseline. He's going to be the catalyst. Kevin stationed at that right corner. He finds Sword. Again, shot clock is ticking. 5 seconds left. Step back for three and does not hit. Looks like we got a sellout crowd tonight at Xinjiang Gymnasium. Sidestep, couldn't find an opening. Aquas here also not allow any spacing. Here comes Washburn though. Around Wesson. Made it look too easy. Washburn, this is his second season winning import player of the year. Wide open, Leo, he drains it. For the Aquas, that's their first three tonight, 12-7 now. Here's the secondary. Kyle, bullet passes over to Cooper. Aaron pass, he's going 2 against 1, and that rattles right in.
Good strong take, good body control, way to protect the ball, not get blocked.
Yeah, he's young, but he's tough, and he's not afraid to go in and get those drives. But Washburn, patient, this time around, couldn't get the 2. Catch and shoot real quickly, toss up. We'll count that, we'll take that.
They're all worth 2, unless they're worth 3.
Good point, Joe, good point. The Aquas creeping behind the Kings, 12-11, and here comes a finish by Manigault. Can't stop, won't stop this man.
You know, just watching this, I feel like the Aquas are really taking it to the Kings, and then I look up the scoreboard and the Kings are winning 14-11.
Absolutely. Cooper trying to put Joe on skates. kind of went against his favor, but Aquas possession still with 8 seconds as we got ourselves our first ever timeout for game 1 of the TPBL finals. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
That's why, baby, on my grind. All of my chakras align. I'm on a mission, I grab what is mine. I was born to break the rules. This is how I'm making moves, and I'm not afraid to lose. I'm making my own, like I don't care. Feeling myself, like I don't care. Making money, like I don't care. Like I don't care, like I don't care.
掌声加尖叫给我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens！ 大家记得跟我们女王们一起在场边为我们新北国加油！
You're watching the TPBL finals presented by AXN and KC Global Media. These sources for all things entertainment in the greater Asia region. We're just coming out of our first timeout in this corner as we see the man of the game so far, Kenny Manigoat. It's been man alive here at Kaohsiung Gymnasium. Aquas' possession with 8 seconds left to go, and there's a nutmeg pass initiated by Kevin Hu. Pretty neck and neck right now. And haven't seen too many fast break opportunities from downtown. Jeremy Lin couldn't put it down. Allen, 6th man of the year. His shot rattles out.
Didn't like that shot. I think we could wait a little bit longer. The Aquas are getting a lot of stuff going to the rim. That's what's got them back in the game. That shot's available anytime during the shot clock.
Austin Day coming in first time, immediately getting a holding foul called. Now number 10, JJ, will come in early in this game. Craig Sword, jumper, ooh, halfway down and out. Day bringing it over. Played for the New Taipei Kings in the finals last season, and a floater over Kevin. You see Kevin wincing. Gotta pay attention this entirety of this game. Otherwise, you're gonna get those bunny shots. Look away pass, there's a downhill drive by AM into PM. A unsportsmanlike foul is called on number 10, JJ there.
That's not a great call. That's just a foul. That should be 2 shots. End of story.
Now, Anthony Morris at the line. He was really an X factor in the game 5 against the Formosa Dreamers. He was averaging less than 10 points per game, but he really came out scoring 24 points against Formosa Dreamers.
It's going to be interesting to see how Austin Day changes the complexion of this game now. It's been very high-paced, very frenetic. I think he's going to bring an element of smoothness. It may soften the edges a little bit, mellow things out.
Morris couldn't take advantage of those free throw opportunities. Catch and shoot by Kevin. That missile does not land. Crossover is made. He finds Day on the perimeter. Jeremy Lin kicking out to Sushi. Whoa, Airmail Express. He gets aboard. There's a long range too, and he bags that one. Good recovery by number 17. Has participated in the national Chinese Taipei team. Ooh, bad pass. Was supposed to kick out to Cooper. Instead, it goes to Manigault. There's a catch and shoot for JJ. So nice. You gotta say it twice. Now that's what you're gonna see often between Manigault and JJ. Manigault's got so much experience now that anytime there's a fast break opportunity, he's always gonna find JJ ready for those catch and shoot opportunities.
It's getting really, really physical inside right now.
And you see that turnover.
That's number 'It's going to be JJ's second personal. We're going to see Kevin Hu at the line with a handful of subs coming into this game.
The Aquas have been going at the Kings tonight the way no other team has in the last couple of weeks, maybe the last couple of months. The game's about to get a little bit chippy, I feel.
Especially with the timing of when the subs are coming in and out. We just saw a little bit of a delay in game. Craig Sword comes out with Caleb Weston in. They're going to be playing big this time around with Jay Wash back on the court.
Kings have a huge lineup out there. And one thing I've said a couple times before is people don't realize how big Jeremy Lin is.
Yeah.
He's not just 6'5", but he's a solid 6'5".
A solid 6'5".
He really plays a lot like a forward in this league. Obviously the point guard, but he can move bodies around as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, talking about, he is technically a local player, but you look at his stats, especially with him being nominated as MVP of TPBL, he really is your fourth import player on the court.
Bit of a cheat code.
Absolutely. There's a downhill pass to Jay Wash. That scatters out. 70 seconds to go, and Day gets another foul.
Yeah, the refs are trying to establish that they've seen enough of this clutch and grab. They want to tighten it up before it gets out of hand.
Now, the last time that the Aquas and Kings played against each other, that was April 26th. Almost had a bench clearing brawl, Joe.
Oh, really?
It was between Craig Sword and Austin Day. Now, what had happened was Craig got an illegal screen by Kyle, I believe, out of frustration. Pushes Kyle away. Day and Craig Sword were kind of going at it. It was a little bit messy, so tensions are maybe a little bit high tonight. The crowd is clearly getting in the Aqua's head at the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to make the free ones against the Kings.
Number 28, Eric, gets a foul.
As a team, you want to shoot at least 80% free throws in the playoffs. You're putting yourself at risk otherwise.
That's always the hope. Is it the reality? Not necessarily.
The fingers are crossed.
Oh, he puts Eric on the skate, goes in for the bucket. Too strong, though.
And the physicality I was just mentioning before, he just moved him all the way across the key with one dribble.
We haven't seen number 28, Eric, since game 1 against the Formosa Dreamers.
Yeah, if this keeps up, we might have to get a tank appearance.
Yeah, we might. There's the candy cane curl, and count that one, baby. Eric will be at the line.
I don't think Eric realized how wide open he was when he caught this ball.
There's some acting there.
Yeah.
Eric was also with the Kaohsiung Aquas when they won their first ever title back in 2022. Now I'm talking about T1 playoffs as well as Plus League playoffs. Joe, in the T1 playoffs, every single team that's won the championship, they swept playoffs and the finals. As opposed to P-League, it's a different story. Every single year has been different. No sweeps, though. Gentlemen sweeps, there's been game 7s, game 6s, so we'll see how this series plays off. 20 seconds left on regulation. Jeremy, instead of going in, finds Manigal with a laser shot. Too low, can't connect. 5 seconds left. Tucker gonna drive in through the wedge, and there goes the two for the buzzer beater. Yes, sir.
Great patience, great shot, great way to end the corner.
Strong start for both teams. Score now 21-19. This is an exciting one, Joe.
If you're the Aquas, you got to be really happy going out on the road and only being down 2 in a very caustic and hectic and hostile first quarter on the road.
We'll be back with more TPBL after these messages.
欢迎3个麻瓜来到现场，第一次三个人一起来，对不对？之前都来2个，终于收集到3位了。秀出你们的 Kings logo， 胸前的 Kings logo， 跟我们森宝的 Cam 一起秀出你的 Kings logo。欢迎 Tiffany， 欢迎所有的来到我们新庄体育馆。这位来到体育馆一定赢球，最大的掌声给Sunny王阳明。现场的球迷朋友们，让我们欢迎赫丹、赫博、
Make some noise！
欢迎回家。
Welcome home！
也欢迎贺家所有人都来到了现场。好，我们现在汉帝呢也要出去丢一下我们小礼物。
大家今天在球板后面守得很好，我们这边呢丢出森宝扭蛋，大家记得呢到我们2楼 Face Club 去兑换你们的家电。当然呢，为什么我丢给你们？因为你们在我们客队的球框后面表现得非常好。等一下，另外一侧的朋友们也交给你们了。看到Sunny王阳明来，我就安心了。Sunny来没输过啊。我对不起，我回去练投球。好的，我们的比赛准备继续进行，为我们新北国王加油应援 ，Let's go Kings！
You're tuning in to Game 1 of the TPBL Finals. Taylor Chen and Joe O.B. bringing you the English broadcast. Strong start on both ends. This is a very defensively forward game. Washburn over AM and Tucker. Again, we haven't seen that many fast break opportunities by either side. Really, they were converted mainly out of turnovers. And 28, Eric in tough against Kyle.
Kaohsiung showing a real interest in getting to the rim. They're not settling for threes. They're not settling for jump shots. I think they want to make this game physical tonight.
Yeah, it's a very different story compared to the Group B series where they were really lights out in terms of perimeter shooting. Very different story so far here. Jeremy rejects a downhill drive by Washburn. JJ taps it out. Kings got another chance. Let's see from downtown. Ooh, bodies hit the floor. That was pretty loud.
Good hustle by JJ tonight.
Catch and shoot by Weston. 14 seconds around and out. You see JJ coming in aggressive.
JJ's a little bit everywhere right now. The coach has got to be very pleased with the minutes they're getting out of him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely a role player needed for the Kings.
The refs are really letting them play tonight. Coach Marchand incensed.
Now, Brian Marchand, his side of the argument is they should have called a foul on Eric in that instance. But crew chief Urong is really focused on Jeremy Lin's foot on the line.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, the refs never make mistakes, so you got to side with the refs unless it's very blatant.
Eric kick out in the perimeter. Kings not allowing them to shoot beyond the arc. In this case, Caleb Weston makes the exception.
Yeah, you have your big mans hitting threes. And your guards are getting out at the rim.
Eric gets a foul on Jeremy.
Jeremy Lin looks like he's tweaked something.
Haven't seen much of Weston's perimeter shooting in the playoff series. Let's see if that changes up. The Aquas are now 2 for 11 beyond the arc, as opposed to Kings, they're only 1 for 8. Again, Austin Day coming off the bench in today's game. He's already got 2 personal fouls. You see a matchup that we've been waiting for is between Allen and Cayenne. That hook shot does not fall for Washburn. Those two got plenty of experience playing with and against each other in the SBL days. We're teammates in the Taiwan Beer organization. The reach around, no call. There's a catch and shoot by JJ. Ooh, that rattles out. Too bad, so sad. Good hustle by number 10. And Sushi coming in. Manigault as well, Austin Day, and JJ gets some respite on the bench.
Kenny Manigault still the game's leading scorer back into the game. Let's see if he continues to play downhill like he did in the first quarter.
And a deep for 3. That skitters out. Trying to get more shots from the perimeter in this particular quarter. They've made 1 so far with Weston. Looks like Jeremy Lin is okay after that little tweak. Anthony Morse gets his second personal. First personal, my apologies. Got a handful of subs coming in for the Aquas. Now with Manigault coming in, you have Coach Mateus Fisher bringing back in Craig Sword to guard number 55.
This Craig Sword-Kenny Manigault matchup is going to be epic.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a fadeaway, too short. Manigault, look away pass, and a wicked slammer down. That's his second one tonight. But Aqua's trying to be quick. He draws a foul off of Cayenne. Kyle, I believe.
What a beautiful play. What we missed at the beginning of that was just Kenny Manigault, the way he gets the rebound and he's immediately almost halfway down court off his first dribble. Just a one-man fast break.
Yeah, he's been running the show. He has been the show. Today he gets a game start. That is too much mustard.
Craig Sword really wants a foul there, but Manigault had great position. He didn't move his body or feet.
Now Sword unhappy with the referees, missing the first call. But they do call foul. This would be Sushishen 17 Sushi's personal. Now Kevin will be at the line. Second time around, that one is too short. Now, if you are going to foul any of the Aquas players, you're going to want to foul Kevin because his free throw percentage, it sits around 65%. So not the best for the Aquas players, as we see he's 0 for 2 at that instance. There's a pick and roll. Sushi to Washburn. There's some miscommunication on the rotations there. Washburn was wide open.
Inside the key, Jason Washburn with the ball. It's almost guaranteed to go in.
He's now 4 for 8 from the field tonight. Weston shot does not connect, no answer on the dial, and now it's Allen guarding Manigault. Going around Allen, there's a pocket pass, does not connect. Instead, here comes Craig Sword with a beautiful finish, coast to coast.
Great concentration by Craig Sword to make that happen. The ball was never really in anyone's control. He got it to win the net.
Breakaway pass to Joe Lin. Still have yet to see Jeremy Lin back. 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Here's Washburn going in physical against Kevin. The kick out to Manigault. Bing, bing, bing. And there you go. Just poetry in motion for Kenny Manigault. The Kings win the finals. He might be my vote for the finals MVP. Aquas only behind by 2 possessions, though. Close game still. There's a pass out of the perimeter. Here's Allen, 0.5 seconds. Possession goes back to the Kings. Yeah, we've been seeing those passes on to that left corner. This time around, it hits Cooper. Sword going ISO in against Joe.
Sword really wants contact there. Just wasn't happening that time. Still a good take, but not a great finish.
Still the lead scorer for the Aquas. Put down 8 points in the first half. Manigault going in top against Kevin Hu, too small.
There's times when you watch Kenny Manigault, you feel like someone's dad just showed up at the playground to play with the 12-year-olds. He's such a beast.
Comes with the experience and his time being with the new Taipei Kings.
It's just a raw physicality. He can get wherever he wants to get on the court, and he's really going for it tonight.
It's Allen's first field goal just now. Pushing foul, offensive foul called on Allen. Brings it back to the Kings. Now, don't quite have the stats on me right now, but we're going to take a look at the turnovers between the two teams. Quite a few turnovers made by the Kings due to errant passes, but so have the Aquas made us. We get ourselves another timeout. Score 32-29. Kings with the lead for game 1.
现在呢，我们要来募集参加我们中场游戏的朋友。如果你对自己投篮有信心的，或者是对自己 logo shot 有信心的，把你们的双手让我看见，好吗？这一侧的朋友，把你们的双手借给我。听听，你觉得谁感觉比较像会投篮的？你丢给他好吗？谁这一侧哦？这一边的朋友，好，这边。OK， 记得呢，捡到小球的朋友，请马上到我们的2楼 fans club 集合。我们工作人员呢会引导你们到我们楼下来，一样可以欣赏精彩的球赛。
Got the new Taipei Queens on the screen this season. It's the Taixing Wonders that won cheerleading group of the TPBL. As we had an overlook of Xinzhuang Gymnasium, again sold out crowd. This is what we really want to see, Joe. Sell out crowd with a great fan base here in New Taipei.
Well, you've got some great athletes, some famous basketball players. You've got a great game tonight, and you got a great product. You know, you have to really congratulate everybody involved because they've done an amazing job with this league.
Jeremy Lin back into this game, drawing a foul off of Kevin. It's got fouls to spare. It's only his first today. Kaohsiung Aquas with 4 team fouls. New Taipei Kings only with 2 so far. There we go, we see Jeremy Lin, another turnover pass. This time around, Jeremy Lin, Kyle had been struggling in the first half so far. Here's a wide open Cooper with the drop.
All those turnovers too, the passes going to the left corner 3. I think that might be part of the Aquas game plan, is to take away that pass or expect it off the penetration. But one thing I want us to look for right now is with Washburn out of the game, look for the Kings to put it on the floor a little more. They're going to go 5 out. They're going to really open up the floor. They're going to start shooting threes and start penetrating in pitch. Hopefully not to the left corner though, where they keep turning it over.
Yeah, so far that's been their weak spot. Let's see if they can turn it around starting now or even after halftime. That first shot rattles in. Jeremy Lin, again, as I mentioned, MVP of the overall season. Played 30 games, averaging 19 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists. Again, talking about having a 4th import player.
It's not just the 4th import player. He takes so much pressure off everyone else because Jeremy Lin is such a focus of the fans, such a focus of the media. The other players just get to relax, take a deep breath, and play basketball.
Yeah, I mean, talk about how he's more than a player. He's really like a translator between the two because of his English and Chinese capabilities. There's another turnover, back and forth, coast-to-coast pass for Austin Day with an easy bunny. And Manigault padding his stats with the assist, with another assist.
You know, I think when you have a Jeremy Lin, if you're someone like a Ken Manigault, Colin Washburn, you probably have to do less media, you probably have to do less interviews, less time with fans, because everyone, you know, Jeremy Lin is such an icon in Taiwan that everybody wants a little piece of him. So
yeah.
Jeremy Lin really does a lot for this team in a lot of ways that people don't understand.
Absolutely, Linsanity is still alive and well here in Taiwan. Here's Austin Day with a long range 2. A little too physical between him and Kevin. He goes in for the second try, and easy does it for Austin Day. He gets the crowd riled up at Xingzhuang. There's a called timeout made by Mateus Fisher.
Austin Day, Irvine, California.
Crew chief Yulong. Looks like he called a technical. Now Keon Gardner, assistant coach of the New Taipei Kings, trying to clarify with crew chief. See if we can hear what Mateus Fisher is saying to the New Taipei Kings. Kaohsiung Aquas have been placed in the third seed 3 seasons in a row. We just saw that technical, the reason for the technical on the screen earlier, Day signaling something unsavory towards Kevin or the Aquas players. So the referees are going to be extra tight on both teams.
Yeah, we don't want to see any taunting out here. Game leaders tonight, Kenny Manigault, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Craig Swords leads the Aquas with 8 points, while Wesson leads them in rebounding with 4.
Catch and shoot by Kevin. No answer, no touch. Again, there's that pass from the left, and at the wing is Austin Day all day, every day.
Austin Day is fired up. He's knocking down shots day after day.
Really picking up the fans' energy right now. Score 42-32. Kings are now ahead with the biggest lead right now. Another errant pass made, this time by Cooper. Leaving Jeremy Lin wide open. Not another chance for the Kings. Here comes Kevin Hu, silenced by Sushi. Lin getting another opportunity, drives a travel call.
Yes, great defense by the Aquas there. Jeremy Lin can't believe it, but it is the truth.
Yeah, you really see Leo number 24 oftentimes guarding Jeremy Lin. Now he's definitely shorter and smaller and younger than Jeremy, but he's really feisty. You can really see a lot of grit from him over the season. He is nominated as the most improved player of TPBL.
Yeah, sometimes as a player, when you get those smaller players and they get up inside you and impede your forward progress, that can be a lot of times more frustrating than a larger player just blocking your shot.
And there we go at the corner. Ooh, too much. Gotta check the wind in here.
Someone might open the door down here.
I think so too. Maybe there's a little draft. 6 seconds are left on the shot clock. Here's Cooper trying to find an outlet. There's a skip pass to Leo. Ooh, third personal for Austin Day.
I don't know how it looks on the replay, but from the naked eye, they both got to the ball at the same time.
Kings, though, despite that personal foul made by Day, they still got some fouls to spare. They only got 3 into this quarter. Leo, we'll see him first time at the line. In the playoffs this time around, Leo scored 9.8 points per game, getting 6 rebounds and 2 assists in those last 5 games. Now he's got 5 points under his belt tonight. Under 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Jeremy Lin double team. There goes Austin Day in the corner. Nobody puts Baby there.
I actually think Jeremy Lin put Baby in the corner that time.
Well, like I said earlier, you want to put Baby there, actually.
No, but during the previous free throws, Jeremy Lin walked up to each King and gave them specific instructions about something. I think it was for that play. Another example of the way he's the MVP without being the MVP that we see on TV. Just a true leader. There's been a level of intensity in these first 2 quarters that I'm surprised they've been able to maintain for the majority of it. Great game so far. High intensity, high skill, a lot of exciting shots. Just amazing basketball.
Coach Mateus Fisher choosing to call for a timeout with 1.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Again, let's see if we can take a listen into the little huddle right now. As we take a look at the stats on the screen, the Aquas are 4 for 18 beyond the perimeter, as opposed to the new Taipei Kings. I believe from what I saw, they were 5 for 14. So you're seeing, with big thanks to Austin Day in the lineup today, them hitting most of those threes in the second quarter. Now on the New Taipei Kings side, almost all three, pretty much all three players are in the double digits besides Jay Wash, who has 8 points tonight. Versus the Kaohsiung Aquas, though, this is kind of what we've been seeing in all the previous games against the Formosa Dreamers. You're really seeing more of the local players contributing. Now, that's a positive sign that, you know, the local players, they have the ability to carry the import players, but at the same time, you know, they're going to need Anthony Morris or Caleb Wesson to kick it up a notch in terms of scoring. And we see that horn offense run by the Aquas. We've been seeing that all season long, including playoffs. There's a long 2 finish, but couldn't connect. Manigault 3-1 right now. Finds a trailer in Jolin to Washburn. Great ATO for the New Taipei Kings. Now it's Jay Wash's turn to fire up the crowd. The Kings are really effective coming out of those ATOs, as we've seen all of Mars games and in tonight's game as well. As we see Ryan Marchand on the sideline. It's the second time being chosen for Coach of the Year. Crew chief looking like he called a warning on one of the players, probably a Kings player. Might have gotten into Jay Wash's head. He misses that free throw shot. Sushi assigned to guard Wesson, drive downhill. Gets free throws. See the contact made from Sushi as well as Jay Wash. Wesson was absent for 4 months during the season due to a metacarpal fracture. So that was what the GM was talking about, how they had quite a tumultuous season. New coach, absent of their key player. Now, he came out strong in the beginning of the season, was October, November player of the month. So really missed his versatility and his size for those 4 months. And during that time, they were only left with 2 import players playing on the court, as we see, again, the Hinton brothers. They always come around at this time in the year, Joe, especially for the William Jones Cup coming in the summertime.
Yes, Robert Hinton was the Ivy League Freshman of the Year. His brother Adam had a really step-up year at Cornell, got to see a lot more playing time, had much higher stats. Bright future for those 2 fellas.
Another turnover from passing. Let's see if Jeremy Lin can convert. Shot clock at 10. He's gonna let it burn. He's gonna go ISO up against Leo. There he go, long from downtown. Here's Jeremy Lin. 50-34. Let's see if Aquas can answer back, but there's Manigault with his signature gamble. Here's Leo, and whoo-wee, he gets the 3. What a way to end the second quarter. We got 2 buzzer beaters so far in this game, Joe.
Well deserved. This is a classic King scenario where you think you're in the game with them, you look up and you're down 13 at half.
Score right now 50-37. Let's see how they turn things around as we have ourselves a quick timeout here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium, as we have our halftime interview with our sideline reporter coming in very shortly.
中场为你访问到的是新北国王的简佑哲。简佑哲你好，想问一下，近期你的表现非常的好，那也想听听你上半场的表现跟下半场可以如何做调整？
就是继续做好防守，然后把握住空档。因为我们空档非常的多，所以我们继续要把握住空档，然后让比数才可以扩大。
那现在已经到了 冠军赛了。从板凳出发，也想听听你分享一下从场边是怎么做出准备 ，ready 上场的。
保持兴奋感吧，因为就是都打到冠军赛了，我觉得就是很亢奋啊，就继续保持这个兴奋感。对。
OK， 谢谢你，谢谢。好，我们休息一下，马上回来。
谁想先来？你吗？剪刀石头布，好，来，准备，剪刀石头布。兄弟，命中注定的。好，我们3位先决定。剪刀石头布，来2号，好3号，最后一位。哎，兄弟，记得哦，一个人是60秒的时间哦，我会帮你们倒数。好，那我们呢，请第一位，请到我们的。篮下，要记得投进才能换下一个点。那当然呢，我们今天森宝集团总经理许指导徐总以及我们的森宝小金刚也来为我们所有参加中场游戏的朋友们加油应援啦！兄弟，准备好了吗？来喽，我们60秒准备，计时开始。好的，罚球线进来到我们篮下进来到罚球线，非常可惜哦，赶快，我们时间宝贵，已经来了10秒了，还差一点点，来，我们这位朋友可以把你的力量稍微投大一点点，非常可惜哦，时间最后的40秒 ，Last 40 seconds。好，看来我们这位朋友卡在我们的罚球线了。就像我们今天客队的球员一样哦，被我们困在罚球线哦。好 ，OK， 来，我们继续投出，来，最后的20秒 ，Let's 20 seconds， 加油！我知道在我们的新庄城堡呢，好不好？罚球这一边呢是非常难的，因为我们在现场有所有的球迷朋友们呢会守住我们的罚球区。好，来到我们的3分线最后5秒，5、4、3、2。非常可惜。好，接下来来到我们的2号，来，请到我们的篮下准备，来，准备哦，60秒，计时开始。好，来，加油！好，非常可惜哦，来，要在我们的把球往上推一点点，再来一点点。好球，来到我们的罚球线，现在还有我们的40秒钟哦。好，可惜了，我们这个呢稍微手腕再勾一下啊。这个手腕有勾，来哦。有了，来到我们的3分线，现在还有30秒的时间了。可能要再大力一点点哦。Let's 20 seconds， 20秒钟。我们工作人员可能等一下要加快你的脚步哦，因为分秒必争啊。非常可惜，最后10秒 ，Let's 10 seconds。5、4、3、2、1，可惜了，来我们第3位朋友。
My name is Taylor Chen, Joe O.B. with me here to present Game 1 of the TPBL Finals, presented to you by AXN Asia as well as KC Global Media. Now, we just covered the first half of Game 1. Now, both teams started off strong. It was a very defensively forward first quarter, but then the Kings opened it up in the second as they scored 29 points. The Kaohsiung Aquas scoring less than they did in the first quarter. 29-18 is what we saw in the second quarter. Again, we're seeing quite a few turnovers made on both ends. Kaohsiung Aquas making 10 points off the turnovers, and the Kings with 8 points off the turnover. But we see Kenny Manigault really taking control of this game once again. Now, they're forcing him in to go into the middle, but he's forcing himself to go in on the right. Now, if he doesn't go in for those dribble drives from the left, we're seeing a lot of those passes to the left-hand quarter to initiate those fast break opportunities made by the Kings. However, those turnovers are what we're seeing a lot in that particular area now for the Kaohsiung Aquas. We are seeing errant passes by them, again, emphasizing that the Aquas, we have the local players really taking the lead in scoring, have yet to see Anthony Morris as well as Caleb Wesson being factors. As of right now, they're kind of non-factors in this game so far. They've been a little bit more quiet. Again, this is with Austin Day coming into this game in replacement of Sonny Sakakini, who's been playing all 4 games against the Taipei Taishing Mars. Again, they're utilizing him not only for his size, but also his perimeter shooting abilities. As we have our halftime activities going on here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium, we'll have our halftime stats and our lead scorers very shortly, as we have ourselves another timeout here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. Stay tuned for more TPBL basketball here on AXN Asia. We'll be back.
掌声吧 ，Come on！ 1次而已哦，来哦，准备，3、2、1 ，Let's go！ 啊，非常可惜啊！大家也给我们这位朋友一点掌声。好的，那我们呢？你是不是觉得哦，没投进电视就没了？没有，我们至少徐总呢，他呢是给你厨师机，森宝的厨师机1台，大家给他掌声鼓励。好，那这位朋友，我们站中间，我们其他朋友，你们不要气馁，因为呢，你们也有我们这一次森宝所提供的奖项哦。恭喜呢，我们今天呢所有参加的朋友，你们手上拿的是什么？你知道吗？是我们森宝所提供的天厨20L 的经典美式机械式平台微波炉1台。看一下我们前方的摄影师哦，准备3、2、1，再一张，3、2、1。好的，这边呢非常谢谢我们的森宝集团、我们的森宝小金刚，以及呢我们森宝的许金桃许总经理，非常感谢你们。当然呢，也谢谢这4位朋友，感谢你们，感谢你们，感谢感谢感谢。洪主任上班喽。现场的朋友，坐在我们球框后面的朋友，因为呢，今天你们有发现客队罚球怎么都罚不进吗？因为是你们的力量。洪尊现在丢出的是森宝的扭蛋，我们呢记得呢可以到我们的2楼 Fans Club 去兑换我们今天的小礼物哦，都是由我们森宝所提供的家电，交给你们喽。
Score now 50-37. We're still in the midst of halftime right now with under 5 minutes left to go to start off the second half. As we take a look at the halftime stats right now, both are shooting 41 from the field, but the Kings, they are 48.8 from the field overall. as opposed to the Aquas is 34. Now their threes are raining in Xinzhuang, 40% as opposed to 26% for the Kaohsiung Aquas. Now looking at the score rankings, the Kings' imports combined make 36 points in scoring, as opposed to Craig Sword, who's the only one up there to lead the scoring. Alongside him is Leo with 8 points, Cooper with 5. You see Wesson with 5 points. Let's see how they turn things around in the second half, because we have ourselves another commercial break. Stay tuned. This TPBL English broadcast is brought to you by AXN Asia and KC Global Media, the sources for all things entertainment in the greater Asia region. As we take a look at some of the stats in today's game, Kenny Manigault, potentially player of the game, already hitting a double-double, no problem. 15 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 steals to boot. He's really been holding on to the controls in this game. Now again, talking about how the local players are outscoring the import players in the Kaohsiung Aquas, their strategy during their Group B series was to get more of those perimeter shots, but this time around we're seeing it going back to their old ways in the regular season. Now they're shooting more from 2 than the long range in tonight's game. They're 9 for 23 from 2. From beyond the arc, they're 5 for 19. So I think that hot streak might be coming to an end, or it came to an end in the first half. Let's see if the Aquas can turn around this game.
First half statistics, we have the Aquas at 33% shooting, not great. Kings at 48%, that's about where you'd expect them to be. From the three-point line, the Aquas were 26%, while the Kings were a very impressive 40% from three. Free throw percentage, this one's a real outlier. The Aquas were 31% from the line in the first half. That might be the difference in the game score. Well, the Kings shot 80%, and the Kings out-rebounded them 30-21. Another half of basketball to play, though.
Long-range three does not fall. Now, that was something that I kind of took note of before tonight's game. Was my concern was actually the Kaohsiung Aquas out-fouling the Kings. Again, trying to prevent any fast break opportunities. And instead, we're seeing the roles reverse. But as you said, Joe, they're not really taking full advantage as their free throw percentage is pretty dismal tonight.
Yeah, it's got to improve, and I'm sure it will improve, and it could be nerves, it could be a new setting. I mean, I don't think there's been an environment like this all season in the TPBL.
It's a mismatch in size, but despite that, Washburn could not get the basket in the paint. Allen to Wesson. There goes another three attempt. Not seeing a lot of fight in Morse getting that board. Now Manigault coming in the left this time. Gets access denied by Caleb Wesson.
Caleb Wesson shutting that drive down, and what was an otherwise great take by Kenny Manigault.
A dribble pass out in the perimeter. Here's Cooper. Allen through the alley-oop to AM into PM.
Open 24 hours.
It's the first basket for the Aquas. Start off the third quarter. Lin with the long range two. That rattles out. Allen shaking off Joe Lin. Gets his second three tonight. 2 for 5. 4-3 tonight. That ball gets poked out of bounds. Still Kings possession. Now we see number 9, Kyle, back in the lineup now. Coach Ryan Marchand put him on ice for quite some time in the second quarter. Committed quite a few turnovers in the first half. Let's see if his correction will continue to distance the Kings from the Kaohsiung Aquas. 53-42 now is the score. That's Kyle's first assist tonight. Again, talking about hoping to see the tables turn for him. There's Allen drawing a foul off of Kyle. That's going to be his second personal.
Couple of big free throws coming up here. Not just because they're free throws at the beginning of the second half, but they're free throws that the Aquas got to prove that they can make. Not just to themselves, but to the rest of their team.
Allen nominated 6th man of the year. Was on the starting rotation for 3 seasons, but again, new system, new head coach, coming off the bench for 22 games this season. We're really seeing, though, that his experience is paying off in the playoffs. Went from scoring 8 points per game up to 16 points per game playing against the Formosa Dreamers.
2 more misses from the Aquas. This is, let's just hope this isn't the story of the game for them.
Absolutely. Plenty of game time left in this game, though. A slow call made by the referees, but a call nonetheless. Leo, number 24, that's going to be second personal. Lin at the baseline. Step back, Washburn returns the favor. Jeremy Lin today, he's only 1 for 9 from the field today. But again, despite him not performing 100%, you still see the New Taipei Kings with an 11-point lead right now. That's the biggest lead we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, this team has the next man up mentality. If it's not Jeremy Lin, they'll just go down the roster to whoever can get it done for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be Cooper's personal.
One big thing about their success is that they're just so unselfish. They want to win. They don't care who gets there.
Not only unselfish, but they just have so many options or outlets for their players to score. Again, with the experience, with their ability to shoot, and their versatility.
It's up to Coach Ryan Marchand to balance those. Another Kenny Manigault basket at the bucket.
Easy does it. Catches the Aquas defense off guard there. You miss half a beat, and you got Kenny Manigault coming in for that basket. Long three, and a Hail Mary shot goes through for Allen.
You know, maybe Allen should shoot threes instead of free throws next time he's at the line.
This is second one in the third quarter. There's a backdoor pass between the Lin brothers.
Always impressed at Joseph Lin's ability to go in amongst the trees and find a way to get that ball through all the branches and up and over and in the rim.
Catch and shoot for Allen. You strike when the iron is hot. Pass over. Here's Manigault drawing another foul.
Take the layup, okay?
Leo got too much of sticky fingers right now. Again, we see that backdoor cut. Credit goes to Jeremy Lin for the assist. Shot clock is at 19 seconds. They call an offensive foul on...
That's going to go on Kyle, I think, on a block.
No, it's actually on Jeremy.
Oh, really?
Yep, there's a block there.
Oh, illegal screen.
Yep. My bad, I saw crew chief signal 9, but it was actually Jeremy Lin getting the foul there. There's a downhill pass and wide open. He gets the jam. Crew chief Ulong having to pause the game, possibly killing the momentum for either side.
Got to get it right. Got to get it right, Taylor.
Kings still with a double-digit lead. There's a pass to Kyle. That goes around and out, though. Still have yet to crack that goose egg. Another misfire pass. Let's see if that leads to a turnover and touchdown made by Jay Wash. He draws a foul instead by Anthony Morse. Found an outlet in Jay Wash. Again, talking about that unselfish basketball and having a good eye. I would say if Washburn was an import of the year, I would have nominated Kenny Manigault.
It had to come from the Kings somewhere. Washburn just so consistent.
A little correction, earlier I said the biggest lead in this game was 11 points. It was actually 16 points at the end of the second quarter as Washburn returns to the bench. We have Day coming back in. He's in a little bit of foul trouble. He's already got 3 personal fouls in his stat sheet. Here's Allen. Leo getting the board over the 2 imports. Allen charging in from the left hand.
There's not a lot of quit in these Aquas. They stay with you. They keep coming at it. It's good to see.
Yeah, Allen is the key player right now, trying to catch up to the Kings. All 3 field goals were made by number 7. And here's Joseph finding the gap.
Great body control, great finish, great penetration. You can't draw it up better.
Joseph tonight now has 9 points. Goes to the handoff, 8 seconds left. The long two does not fall, and at 24, Leo charges in, trying to get the possession out of Day's hand.
Now, the first half when Day came into the game, the Kings went on a run. They spread the ball out. They started getting a lot of layups. Let's see what happens here.
6 minutes on the dot, and we have ourselves our TV timeout. The Aquas still trailing behind. Score is 60-49. We'll be back with more at TPBL.
来颁发我们公布我们这个 MVP 满额，可以获得我们零售签名球鞋的球迷是1846号01846。这位球迷朋友，如果呢确定号码就是你的话，请到我们的2楼 fans club 领取你的书豪亲笔签名球鞋一双，恭喜你！然后这个时候呢，可以跟我们在2楼和呢我们2楼的 Queens 们呢一起起身摇摆你的身体 ，Come on， everybody move your feet， everybody catch your hand。 I love you so.
We're halfway through the third quarter of Game 1 finals here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. Taylor Chen and Joe O.B. presenting you the English broadcast, brought to you by AXN and KC Global Media.
Despite abysmal shooting stats, the Aquas have somehow managed to stick around here against the Kings.
Yeah, it's still a matchup.
Can you win a road game in the finals shooting 27% from the line?
We'll see, I guess, right? We still got just under 16 minutes left in Game 1 of the finals.
And lots of time for them to improve on that as well.
Here comes the Lin brothers.
A lot of big match temperament from Joseph Lin. Joseph Lin really loves the moment. He always seems to step up when the team needs him. Such a great little point guard.
Hey, don't call him little.
When you roll amongst trees like that, you have to accurately observe. In real life, walking down the street, everyone would call him tall. Out here, it's a different story.
Now, despite the fact that Jeremy only has 5 points in this game, he's already got 5 assists under his belt. Here is Austin Day. There's a mismatch in size. And again, there's another block made by Caleb Weston. And Leo from the wing gets a called timeout made by Ryan Marchand. Leo now has 11 points. He's 50% beyond the arc. We just returned to the game after a TV timeout. Now Ryan Marchand calls for the timeout. Again, hoping to stop the any kind of momentum that the Aquas have. So we're seeing Caleb Weston. Now, I did mention that he hasn't scored double digits in tonight's game, but he's been absolutely essential to the Aquas in terms of ball movement, getting those boards. He's got 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and now 2 blocks in this game. Again, talking about him being critical for the Aquas, was the October-November Player of the Month, as well as April, coming out immediately after a 4-month absence from the court.
你们知道我在球队那边丢很危险吗？你们可以追我。
Now again, we're seeing the, as I mentioned before, the best 3 guard rotation in the league. Maybe all of Taiwan potentially between Joseph Lin, Jeremy Lin, and Lee Kai-yin Kyle. Again, he committed 3 turnovers in the first half, but let's see if he could assist more in the second half, again, keeping the lead that the New Taipei Kings have over the Aquas.
Second half seems to be a little bit of a calmer pace. I expect the turnovers to be down overall.
Yeah, you talked about the jitters early on in the game. It has been 2 seasons since the Aquas have made an appearance in the finals. And a lot of the young players being key role players in the playoffs. The referee on the baseline calls another foul on Leo.
It's been a long season. You know, a lot of the imports are of a more advanced stage than a lot of the local players. And I think fresh legs at this time of year are really a valuable asset.
Now this is possibly what the Kings want to see. The Aquas players getting a little bit too sticky-fingered, getting these ticky-tacky fouls on the Kings players, causing foul trouble, causing them to bring in their bench players, their role players even, onto the court.
When you have a guy like Kenny Manigault and he's dribbling at you like that, he's quick enough that it's hard for you to move his feet, and he's strong enough that it's hard for you to move him with your hands in any way that the refs won't call as a foul. He's such a difficult matchup. I mean, the Aquas have done a decent job with Weston coming over on help once in a while. I did believe he got a couple blocks there. But for the most part, you're on an island, and that island is taking on water and might not be around much longer because it's a tough, tough, tough task.
Kenny Manigault most likely going to hit 20-20 stats tonight's game. He's already got 19 rebounds. There's a shot made by Craig Sword. The sword has been unsheathed. But Kenny Manigault quick. Bring it back over to the Kings. Gonna try to drive down in the middle. There's a look-away pass to JJ again, finding the outlet player. JJ ready to go under the basket. Caught the Aquas off guard once again. Good dynamic between JJ and Manigault. There's a catch and shoot by Weston. Back-to-back threes made by the Kaohsiung Aquas.
Weston had a few choice words for Austin Day there.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Maybe complimenting him on this, you know, happy to see him back in the lineup.
Absolutely, absolutely. We love the enthusiasm.
Austin, it's great to have you out here, man. It's been a great game.
Definitely, definitely those words there. We love the camaraderie on the court.
The Aquas have cut it to 8.
Now, Marchand still has one more timeout to spare. Let's see if he'll use it with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Manigault once again at the line. He's 4 for 5. And that 19 should be going up to 20 now. Actually, it is 19. One more rebound will get him 20 rebounds. There's a hand in the cookie jar. And deep from Palo Alto, Joseph Lin's 3 goes around and out. Back to the Aquas it goes. Tucker, number 66, coming in off the bench. With Leo with foul trouble. 4 personal for number 24. It's a spin move. Ricocheted out, back into the hands of Sword. Now Tucker directing traffic. Now he's gonna drive in, going ISO against Joe Lin. Ooh, that just goes out, too short. Manigault once again at the helm. Denied to go down in the middle. Instead, he's going in on the left. Stuck between the rock and a hard place. Aqua's defense running properly, but now the Kings answer back. There's a switch off there. Tucker with the finger roll in, and Kevin Hu gets the putback. Kings still with an 8-point lead. The screen. Instead, there's a pass out to the perimeter. Sushi going ISO up against Kevin Hu gets the basket. Patient with it.
Great patience by the Kings offense. They took their time and they got the layup. Waited, passed, got the shot they wanted.
Really seeing the bench players from the Kings shine in today's game as well. Sushi now with 6. There's a Euro step made by Kenny Manigault over Craig Sword. There's the timeout called by Mateus Fisher for the Aquas.
Craig Sword looks extremely frustrated right now. He's playing a great game. Kings got a 12-point lead. Kenny Manigault, 22 points, 19 rebounds.
This might be his first 20-20 stat that we may see tonight. Again, he's 20 points, 19 rebounds, so one more board left to go, and that'll be a new personal record for number 55.
That's 22 points and 19 rebounds from your non-big imports.
Again, we're seeing the sellout crowd at Xingzhuang Stadium now. I believe from what I read that all 4 games for both Kings and Aquas are sold out. So again, really great to see the Taiwanese fans come and support domestic basketball. Again, a lot of important, very VIP guests and fans here at the stadium as well. As we take a look at some of the stats on the line, the Kings are outstealing the Aquas 8-4.
We're getting very excited about the 20th rebound that Kenny Manigault is going to grab in the very near future.
Now another record that he has set is being the first import player, second player overall in TPBL to hit a triple-double. First one was Ding Shenru Ding from the Taipei Taixing Mars. We're coming off the timeout. ATO for the Aquas. Craig Sword drops a 3. Dials in, gets the answer. Sword now has 6 points in the third quarter. Sushi still in this game, hands it off to Manigault. Couldn't get the shot. Second, third opportunity for the Kings. Jeremy Lin's drive-by turns into a turnover. That's a travel call made. 42 seconds left.
It's almost as if JJ stepped into the Kyle role tonight for the Kings. Do we need someone who's going to do all the little things, get rebounds, and play defense? All right, I'll do that tonight.
Saw the Aquas consultant shove Allen to the side. I don't know if you saw that. A little bit funny there. Allen and Cooper in.
It has to be frustrating for the Aquas. They come at you, the Kings come at you in waves.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy Lin having to fight for that rebound. Manigault coming in from the right. No travel call, but a basket for the new Taipei Kings.
Just another example of how the Kings, the Aquas play perfect defense. They get that ball all tied up. It just pops out right into the man of the moment's hands for a layup.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 seconds left. Shot clock at 2.9. Actually, regulation at 2.9 seconds. Kenny Manigault gets a personal. Third one tonight. But they got one more team foul left to spare before free throws are given to the Aquas. Let's see.
Could be a little frustration carryover from getting tied up last time.
A jumper shot gets landed by Craig Sword. Third buzzer beater tonight.
Well, if it's close in the fourth and the Aquas have the ball, put on your seatbelt because they do love a good buzzer beater.
Aquas still with an 8-point deficit against the new Taipei Kings. We got ourselves another timeout. Stay tuned for the final quarter of Game 1 of the finals. We'll be right back.
跟着我们的森宝小金刚呢，一起比出中间的 Final Kings 的 logo。Hello， 在荧幕上的就是我们的森宝小金刚。Hello， 现场的球迷朋友们，没错，拿着我们的台牌上的球迷朋友们，来一起秀出我们的冠军赛应援 T 吧 ！Let's go！ 哇，这一位呢，就是我们森宝集团的许金涛许总经理，欢迎来到我们的现场，也谢谢你从第1季以来就支持我们新北国王 ，Simple 森宝有你真好，让我的家人从此之后没有争吵啊！
好，小朋友也拿出板板，上面写什么？书豪加油！
哇，好可爱，还有每个不同的形状哎。
对，国王夺冠。
Yes sir， 这位也是支持我们书豪的朋友，来自我们的香港。
秀出你胸前的 Kings， 来喽
！Hello， welcome to the St. John Castle。Hello， 哦，提醒你拿反了，没事。啊，对，可以。哇，这张照片，兄弟情深，
对。兄弟同心，其利断金啊！
没错。好的，那我们比赛呢，准备继续进行。
标准示范。
Let's go, Kings！ 现场小朋友们，让我们第4届比赛开始之前，给我们新北国王来一个尖叫声！
Got 12 whole minutes left in Game 1 of the TPBL Finals. On the court right now, we have Anthony Morris, Tucker, Allen, Kevin, and Craig Sword for the new Taipei Kings. Manigault, Jae-Wa, Sushi, Jeremy Lin, as well as JJ are on the court. The Kaohsiung Aquas able to close the gap a little bit, single-digit deficit, but now make it 10 once again, thanks to Sushi. Number 17 landing another missile.
You know, the Aquas, they've improved their shooting. They've taken a lot of the Kings' best punches. They played a really tough style of basketball tonight, but they still have that 4 for 15 from the line. That's 11 missed free throws in an 11-point game.
Yeah, definitely a black spot for the Aquas tonight. There's a step back 3, contested shot does not fall. It's just Washburn as the big on the court. Manigault to Washburn. Goes in for his signature hook, gets the and one. Too small, he says, getting the crowd pumped up.
Big man, jump hook, inside the key. It's 2 points every time.
Washburn, the energy guy for the new Taipei Kings. Last played for the Taoren Puren Pilots for 2 seasons. Now talking about how while he was with the Pilots, he definitely took on a more leadership role, more of a mature role, but when he's with the Kings, there's more of a lightheartedness, he's more playful, less pressure is on him with the Kings, and yeah, he still got Import Player of the Year, 2nd time in a row in Taiwan.
I think the Kings are such a mature team. I mean, it starts with Jeremy Lin and then Washburn, as you just mentioned. Then you also have Kenny Manigault and Sonny Sakakini. All of those players individually could be the leader of any other team.
It's a back scratcher dunk by Anthony Morris. First field goal in the 2nd half. Ball gets poked out.
Oh, they called a backcourt violation.
Yep. I don't know. I thought I saw Sword making the touch, but obviously it's poor angle there. Oh, yep. Indeed, backcourt violation.
The refs are never wrong.
Again, seeing a Horn offense run, and here's Kevin Hu dropping by. No answer, though. Tucker to Morris, 6 seconds left. Craig Sword draws a foul off of Lin on the ground right now. You see Jeremy Lin trying to chase down Sword, making contact. Now Sword at the line. Let's not talk about the free throws in this instance as Austin Day comes back to the court.
For the sake of a great game, and we'll just let nature take its course.
Absolutely. As we have number 19, JB Ling Jingbang coming in. First time in this game with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sword came in late in the season. First game was January 15th. Again, that was when the Aquas playing a full month with only 2 import players on game days. Now rounds it up to 20 points and 5 rebounds.
I like Craig Sword's game. He's a fun guard to watch. He's very active, he's very emotional, he's very athletic.
JB knocking down what looks to be Tucker on the floor. Charging fouls called.
Good defense by the Aquas there.
Now JB is one of the local players to travel to Mongolia for the Basketball Champions League. Had to fly 12 hours out to Mongolia a couple weeks back. And that was when the Kings had only 9 people on the active roster in game 1 against the Taipei Taishing Mars. Ball gets poked out. There's a turnover and touchdown made by Jeremy Lin himself. 82-70 is the score now. Aqua's got some work to do. JJ on Tucker. Good defense on him like a hawk there. Really outmatched in that instance as we see Jeremy Lin bring it coast to coast. Caleb Wesson comes in for Morse. Step back, Jeremy Lin once again. Back-to-back field goals. Can't stop, won't stop Lin's sanity.
Is the fourth quarter going to be Jeremy Lin time?
It might be. Here comes Wesson charging through, drawing a foul off of Jay Wash. It's what you were talking about earlier, Joe, when sometimes Kings players or the Kings team in general, they could turn it on and off whenever they choose, really.
They do have the luxury of having several individually talented players, several 4- or 5-star players within this league, and they can lean on one guy. Kenny Malago will get you 20-20 after 3 quarters, and then you can just hand the keys to Jeremy Lin for the fourth quarter, and he's like, don't worry, I'll take us home.
I got this. I will take the wheel. Weston now 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Again, those are some solid numbers. Those are some good stats. Unfortunately, right now, it's kind of a non-factor in getting the Aquas back into this game. Tonight, he is 0 for 6 from the free throw line. Bodies colliding there. Craig Sword and Jeremy Lin on the floor.
Both teams have chosen to bring a physicality tonight. Even before the screens are set, there seems to be fouls. The screener is getting fouled by not even someone involved in the screen.
Yeah, it's going to be Kevin's second foul. Kings with 14 fouls, Aquas with 2. It's a pick and roll, double team. Jeremy Lin tries to find a JB instead. It goes in the hands of Kevin. Wesson trips up. That sequence of events, not great for the Kings. A turnover and a foul will lead to more free throws. Now, I mean, look, the person at the free throw line works in the Kings' favor. Again, I just mentioned Wesson 0 for 6 at the line. Now, you saw that stat on the line. Jeremy now has 5 fouls tonight.
I think if you're Wesson at this point, and you know you're missing every shot, you just have to walk away from the line, take a minute, walk back.
Take some time, yeah. It's really a mind game as he finally cracks that goose egg. Gets his first free throw tonight.
And this is going to be something the Kings might key on for the rest of the series, too.
Now Sword is assigned to guard Lin, but ball gets poked out. There's a turnover and touchdown for Sword. Coach Ryan Marchand calls for a timeout with 8 minutes to go, giving the Kings some respite with an 85-73 lead in the TPBL Game 1 Finals.
That are gonna get bone. Give it, give it,
Alright， 掌声给我们的新北国王大队 New Taipei Queens。现在我们一起把目光放向我们上方的大荧幕，来看看我们禁卫军预测成功的呢，是我们哪一位球迷朋友？我们大荧幕赶快来公布我们的禁卫军预测哦。大荧幕拍到的就是我们的Sunny王恩也来到我们的现场了。
We're tuning into another TPBL broadcast presented to you by AXN Asia as well as KC Global Media. Hinton Brothers, alongside him is Sunny
Wang.
Yeah, Sunny Wang, a celebrity in his own right here in Taiwan.
Yeah, he might be on your Netflix feed. Recently starred in a movie where he played the son of a gangster.
Ah, interesting. Here's a catch and shoot opportunity by Day, goes awry.
There's no quit in Craig Swords.
Foul call made on what looks to be JB. I think that look gave us a different story there. Wesson, if anything, was a little handsy on JB.
Crafty big man.
Yeah, absolutely. Wesson is at the line.
Back to the place.
Three times this quarter?
I'm not laughing because I'm laughing. I'm laughing at utter shock. It's the place of his nightmares right now.
No kidding. Seriously. This is like when a kid is at the front of the classroom and he has to prepare a speech that he didn't prepare. He's got major anxiety right now. Let's take a look. The free throw line, 7 for 23. The Aquas sit at tonight. Again, unfortunately, a huge black mark for the Aquas tonight.
You know, I think Coach Fisher, he just can't believe his luck with respect to the free throws right now. Has this been an issue all year for Kaohsiung?
There have been certain games, but it's not a consistent issue. But the games that have been pretty abysmal, they've gone down to like 34% in terms of free throw percentages. No call made by the referee. There's a look away pass, goes into the hands of Jolin. Day, a look away pass to a wide open Kyle, could not convert. And JJ quickly gets called an unsportsmanlike foul. Marchand is incredulous right now, having to return to the bench. So he's got 2 unsportsmanlike fouls tonight, which leads to him being ejected out of this game. So no more play time for JJ. Oh yeah, we did see that earlier in the first half of the game.
Yeah, because he's impeding the fast break there. The Aquas have numbers going the other way. That's literally the hand in the cookie jar. It's actually the entire arm in the cookie jar. You're going for that very last cookie.
Yeah, your elbow's almost in the cookie jar. It's a very deep cookie jar.
So what at Grandma's house, a big glass one.
I love the ceramic ones that are like a duck, or those really old-fashioned ones you see back in the day.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very nostalgic.
Anyways, back to the game. More subs coming in, it looks like, as we see GM of the year, James Mao, sitting alongside his players and coaches. JJ still coming off the bench, effective for the New Taipei Kings. He's logged in 5 points today with 2 rebounds.
He did a lot of the little things, though, and I think you got to be generally happy with what you got out of JJ tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Did his job. Unfortunate about those calls, but look, the Aquas are doing it to themselves, missing all these free throws tonight.
You know, and it's such a mental thing. Maybe they just haven't been in this kind of environment before. I bet if you go to their practice, they probably hit 19 out of 20 free throws every time they shoot. When they get up in Taipei, they get in front of some famous people, they get in a loud crowd. They got all the yellow noodles waving behind them, and it's different. They're thrown off, and then every time you miss one, there becomes the pressure increases.
Yeah, I mean, we have yet to see the Aquas win at a Kings home game. Now, they did win against a DEA homestand. Now, that hasn't happened in 3 seasons. Now, they finally were able to break that record. Second possession is still with the Aquas possession. Well, Fisher, when the glasses are being removed, you know that he's frustrated. Telltale sign there. Allen to Sword, pushed and shoved into the corner. He finds the outlet in Allen. There's the shot, no good. There's a step back, Kevin Hu wide open. Looks like the Aquas are losing steam. Aquas are making more three-point attempts, but the Kings, theirs are actually landing. Here's Susu Shren for the 2, around Allen.
Again, it's the Kings ball movement, patiently passing the ball around to get the best shot.
This is Sushi's best performance we've seen ever in the playoffs, let alone in the finals. Marchand keeping number 17 on the court. Sword desperately finding an outlet out the perimeter, and Allen gets a shot. Now credit goes to Allen, though. He's got the stroke tonight for the Aquas.
The Aquas have brought a lot of good to this game. They've really gone hard. They've really got stuck in.
A wide open Kyle leads to more baskets for the Kings, and that's his first field goal tonight. There's Tucker's shot, still can't find the answer. Look away pass, here's Cayenne. Mango finally with the sledgehammer attempt.
That would have brought the house down.
Could have, should have, would have. And there's a Hail Mary shot made by Allen from the opposite corner this time.
Allen is having himself a game.
Now 5 for 12 from the perimeter. Allen is the only local player consistent all 6 games now. Washburn drawing a foul off of Wesson this time. See a bullet pass out to Allen.
17 points on the night.
Tucker now relegated to the bench with Cooper, number 8, returning. Jeremy to Manigault. And Lynn from the top. Washburn getting the board. Another foul, back-to-back foul calls made on Wesson.
Colin Washburn is such a fundamentally sound basketball player. As a traditional big man, you see him inside, he's given up a lot of size to Wesson, but he always has his hands up, he's always in the right position, and he always seems to get the rebound and draw the foul, and he rarely gets blocked.
First one is good.
You know, I would bet money, and I have no background on this, but somewhere along the line, his dad probably coached him. He's got very much the coach's son style of play.
What a crazy gamble.
So just the way, like, as he plays the big man position, you always tell your big guys to keep the ball up above. Keep the ball up high, keep the ball up high. Don't let the guys swat at it. And he's got a great jump hook. He plays the position well. He does everything right. He's your import player of the year.
Yeah, good call on James Mount to sign Washburn. There's a kickball violation. Again, James Mount talking about the Kings' early geckos of the Kings formation. Ryan Marchand really emphasized for good shooters, and James Mount certainly did that. There's an offensive foul called on the Aquas.
Yeah, everybody wants good shooters. You're not reinventing the wheel or becoming the latest Einstein by deciding get your team good shooters. I think the difference is meshing everything together. You need guys who can play together, and you need guys who can play unselfish. And that's where the coach and the GM really do their work.
Double team, Washburn finds Manigault. It's the 2 imports collaborating, drawing another foul. This time, Cooper gets a foul called guarding Washburn in the paint. Now this is Cooper's first time ever playing in the finals again, the Aquas' first ever championship title. Cooper had yet to join the Aquas, so might be putting a lot of pressure on himself after all. He is coming out after an ACL tear over a year ago. He's got 5 points, 4 assists though, and 3 steals tonight. Now credit to where credit is due. Caleb Wesson, he's almost hitting a triple-double tonight, 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Cooper's been a bit of a leader out there tonight too. He's been talking to a lot of his teammates. He's been calming guys down. He's been getting people together. He's been helping separate his players from the referees. A real asset to the Aquas.
Yeah, he's really matured over these last couple of seasons, despite the fact he's still in his early 20s. Here's Kevin, who knocking at your door with a 3. Gets the answer this time. He's now got 7 points. Got a little stifled tonight. He's only 1 for 5 from the field. He gets the rebound. Sword with a backdoor cut, the kick out to Wesson. Let's see if they get the answer. Try again next time. There's Kyle's 3. And Wesson clears the board. Pace is slowed down between the two teams. Wesson's three drops by. He's got the stroke there.
Smooth, fluid three-pointer. I wish we had a smooth, fluid free throw.
Sore subject right now, sore subject.
It is. It's the story of the game, unfortunately. Or at least the difference. This game has many stories.
Washburn going ISO with 5 seconds left, counting down. He's going in for the two. The long range falls for Import Player of the Year. Coach Fisher calls for the timeout.
Just a master class in post play by Jason Washburn.
He's running a clinic tonight as we see Kings fans at Xinjiang Gymnasium. Again, sold out crowd. We haven't seen, quite frankly, a sold out crowd in quite some time. I don't know how the games have been against the Mars, if they've been sold out.
The two games against the Mars were sold out, but they weren't this sold out, if that makes any sense.
That does make sense. Yes, absolutely.
I think they've squeezed a few extra chairs. There's a few places that normally weren't seats that have become seats. And fair play, I mean, the Kings, I think they're a class organization from top to bottom, and they deserve the success they get.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, they've quite frankly swept the awards this season. Coach of the Year, Import Player, General Manager of the Year, first team, second team, all of these individual performances by the players too. You gotta say, this is a really tough battle that the Aquas have to face. And again, it's still giving them the credit where credit is due. They still managed to fight hard against the Kings. Again, the last time they played against the Kings, now they did manage to win, but that was with multiple ejections happening that particular day, and a couple of injured players not playing in that game day.
And it's not just about the sold-out crowd either. It's the environment that they've built here.
Backcourt violation called on Allen.
You look at the fans in the floor seats and you look at the fans in the very top row, and they're equally engaged. And it's a great barn. I think as a player, you'd love to play here.
Austin Day beelined right towards the Aquas bench, ready to inbound the ball.
Austin Day is such a great counter to Kenny Manigault. They both bring such unique things to the table that are completely different from one another.
I don't know, that particular angle looked like Day made the last touch, but maybe the referee saw Allen's finger graze the ball in the last touch there. There's an arm hook made by Sword. More free throws are given to the Kings. We're just under 2 minutes left in game one of the series.
Well, you want to have it within 10 with 2 minutes left to give yourself a chance, and that's kind of where we are.
Those free throw shots are low and fast.
That was flatter than a pan.
Yeah, as we see Edgaras Žalonis, the Lithuanian pro baller, sitting on the sidelines. Now, we haven't seen him play ever since game one in the Group B series. Now, he scored 16 points, but they're choosing to have Kevin Hu be the position 4 player instead. Now today though, Kevin not performing his usual playoff performance. Around and out, Sword draws a foul this time off of Day.
Craig Swords played himself a really tough, hard-fought game today. I really like what I got out of him today. Well, sorry, I really like what we got to see out of him today.
Now got 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now, again, talking about earlier in this game, I mentioned that game 1 will set the tone for the finals. Now, despite there are moments of greatness that we did see from the Aquas, despite their 100%, again, their optionalities are endless for the New Taipei Kings, particularly with Jeremy Lin. Now, he's not getting his double-digit scoring that we typically see in the regular season, but he still contributes in terms of defense and offense. Being the playmaker, we try to see the alley-oop there, but didn't work out.
No, the ball got caught a little too close to the rim.
Allen, contested shot, airballs it.
I think if you're the Aquas, though, you got to realize that, hey, we could come up here, we can play with the Kings, we've got a real chance to beat them, and they got to come out for game 2 and try to get the split before going back down south.
Absolutely. To be fair, they have managed to close the gap to an 8-point deficit between the second and third quarter as Lin draws a foul.
And they've hung tough, and they play a physical brand of ball that I don't think the Kings are used to.
Now Lin at the line. Now he picked up his 5th foul at the 8 minutes, 22 seconds in the 4th quarter, but the Aquas can't seem to get him out. He's still in this game with 53 seconds left. Again, we're looking at the TPBL's MVP of the year, and he's won 4 MVPs of the month. That might be a record for any professional leagues here in Taiwan. We're talking about Plus League, the former T1 League, as well as TPBL.
Probably all the baseball leagues as well.
If they have Player of the Month, I don't know if they have that in the CPBL.
Maybe we can go back to the old CBA from the 90s.
50 seconds to go. And Kevin gets a kiss off the glass. Cooper trying to get this ball out of Day with no avail there.
I think if you're Kaohsiung, you walk out of here tonight knowing we did some things wrong, but we can play with these guys and we can beat these guys, and we got to come back harder in game 2.
Absolutely. This isn't the first time we're seeing a quick turnaround. Again, due to rescheduling for the BCL schedule, they did play against each other April 2nd, and a quick turnaround to April 5th. So we'll see how they will adjust. Again, Coach Mateus Fischer has been brilliant in adjusting and correcting themselves against the Formosa Dreamers. But this time around, the New Taipei Kings win game 1 of the TPBL Finals here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. They got one more home game on Wednesday. Joe, any final words?
No, thank you for joining me, Taylor. It was a lot of fun. I really look forward to the rest of the series, though. I think Kaohsiung's a noble competitor, and I think they're going to bring it every game. And if they get a little more luck on the free throw line, they're going to steal at least a couple games and make this a really good series.
We'll see how the Kaohsiung's Aquas adjust. And let's see if the New Taipei Kings can rise, reign, and repeat. We thank you so much for tuning in to another TPBL broadcast presented to you by AXN Asia and KC Global Media. Hope you guys have a good night. Taylor Chen and Joe Obi signing off.
Thank you so much.
I guess I'll see you game 5 if there's game 5.
Step on any calls or anything.
我们现在在后为你访问的是今天表现非常好的苏世轩，你好。我想问一下，今天总冠军赛的第一站，你们就展现出强大的团队，然后那个企图心串联非常的好。你今天个人拿下了13分、4篮板、4助攻、2抄截，有一些球是你靠着你的身体自己硬打进去的。我想，请你谈谈你今天怎么看你的表现？
我觉得就是因为我们上个阶段打完，然后到这场比赛中间有一个多礼拜的时间可以调整，然后这个礼拜我们的练完球就是
像是 AD 他也找我，还有 Kenny， 就是我就是跟他们2个老外就是做了很多自主的训练，所以我觉得他们给我很大的信心。然后像是 Jeremy， 然后或是教练团他们也给我很大的信心，所以我觉得今天只是有把握住这个机会。
真的表现得非常棒。那今天也看到，今天在团队的防守跟外线投射也都是非常的强势。你认为有哪些细节是你们成功压制住海神的关键？
我觉得我们的沟通吧，但是我觉得我们的沟通可以再做得更好，因为这是第1场比赛，所以我觉得可能有一点亢奋吧，大家。所以我觉得经过这场比赛，就是希望大家的心态可以再调整好，然后在下一场把这些细节做得更好。
很好，谢谢你，谢谢，也恭喜国王今天拿下第1胜。我们休息一下，待会回来。
签名小球，现场的球迷朋友们，让我们一起喊出苏西名字，一起来，苏西，苏西，苏西，苏西，苏西，苏西，苏西，苏西，最后一个球。苏西，恭喜你们！当然呢，按照我们的惯例，今天我们要请出我们的表现非常好的 MVP 球员苏西，帮我们冠上我们的王冠。来，我们的王冠点灯仪式，苏西交给你了。等一下，邀请现场的球迷朋友们，等一下跟我一起倒数3秒钟。我们呢，就请我们的苏西会点上我们的王冠点灯仪式。好的，我们一起倒数3、2、1，恭喜！大家掌声给我们的我大苏西，苏西秀。Yeah,